Hello, friends. My name is Daniel, the head gorilla here at Gorilla Strategies, and this is episode 5. In this podcast, we answer your question as it relates to gaining power, having success in whatever endeavor that you consciously choose. So, I don't like the fluff, so let's get right into it and answer your questions. The first question that we were asked is what to focus on if I'm 18 years old. So he's wondering, what do I focus on if I'm 18 years old? So if you're listening to this and you're 18 years old, and this still applies to if you're 20, 21, actually at any age, but especially when you're 16, 18, you're just growing up. You haven't fully matured. The thing to focus on is to focus on your body. I live here in Miami, Florida, and there are new skyscrapers being built every single day. At one of my friend's places, literally right outside of his building, you look outside of the window and you see a gigantic new building being built. So, there's been many times for the last over 4 months I've been going to his house, and it seemed like even though there was so much movement, hundreds of construction workers doing stuff, where was the progress? I didn't see any progress. For months, it didn't grow, it didn't do anything. Until one day, just a couple weeks ago, they started raking in floor after floor after floor. Couple weeks go by, already 3-4 weeks, and they already have 5 floors built. It's growing exponentially. And that's how you must see life as an 18-year-old. You must focus on the foundation. That's why they are building. The bigger the building, the more they focus on the foundation. They might take 5 months, and from the outside, it looks like nothing is being built. But in reality, they're working on the foundation. They're working so that this building doesn't fall when a gust of wind hits it. Just like you do not want to fall when life punches you in the fucking face. Work on your foundation. So what is the foundation is the next question, right? So if you're 18 years old, it is imperative to work on your body, mind, and spirit. Specifically your body. If you're 18 years old, learn how to work out. Get these evergreen habits. Break a sweat every day. Have the habit of working out. Look at your body type and see what is the possible genetic potential that I could grow in my body and work on it. Have a plan. Go on a 3-month working out plan and then just do it. Go to the gym. If you're small, you will grow. And whatever you invest in your body, and when you work on your body and your health, especially at a young age, and you do it consistently, week in and week out, it literally compounds it will change your life in the future. Guaranteed. And it will allow you to feel more powerful, more confident, because in working out, there is no secret sauce. Yeah, you could use steroids, but there is no shortcut. If you want to have a great physique, it's hours and hours in the gym. There is no shortcut. That's the beauty of working out, bodybuilding, and sculpting a body that fits and matches your genetic potential. There is no shortcut. It's you and your hard work and your discipline and your consistency and your eating habits. So if you're 18 years old and you do not have a workout plan, start something. Get it going. Next is your mind. Your mind must be developed as an 18-year-old. People nowadays are not reading. They are not learning. You must commit to reading a book a week, reading a book every 2 weeks, listening to an audiobook, learning from mentors, working on your mind, learning to think for yourself, journaling, and anything to learn. And let your curiosity be the compass of your growth. If you're curious about how, like I'm reading Leonardo da Vinci's biography right now, and this man is the most curious guy that's ever lived. In his journal, he's like, study this paint color, study a woodpecker's tongue, study how water goes to this. And he had just a variety of different topics because he let his curiosity lead him into growth. So if you're curious about architecture, read a book about it. Watch an interview on YouTube from the best architect you could find. If you're curious about water, if you're curious about science, study great men of people like, you know what? Robert Downey Jr. inspires me. Okay, read a biography about him, watch interviews about him. Let that curiosity about people, about things, about information be the compass for your growth. So work on your mind, work on your body, and work on your spirit. To work on your spirit, you could do it in a number of ways. You can pray, which is a process of you talking to yourself. You can meditate. You could do some yoga. You can do anything. In general, the meta perspective of spiritual growth is to get in contact with yourself. It is to build a relationship with yourself. That means taking yourself on a walk and talking to you. Develop a relationship with yourself. Develop a relationship with yourself will allow you to develop an intuition. An intuition that you know deep inside where to go in your life. And in order to develop the intuition, you must talk to yourself. You must get to know yourself. And the prerequisite, you might be listening to me and be like, yeah, I already know myself. But you don't. And let your journey to getting to know yourself begin with the presupposition that you do not know yourself. Imagine if you do not know yourself at all, zero, and then start learning about yourself. Start seeing yourself through a perspective that is not so ingrained in it's me, and this idea of me. Pretend you do not know yourself and be a scientist. See what you're doing. I did this type of action. What does this tell me about myself? So develop your body, mind, and spirit. If you're 18 years old, develop these great habits, because whatever positive habits that you're doing at a young age will compound and really, really help propel you to have more power and more success in whatever you endeavor. So this is a very kind of meta but practical way, a guerrilla strategy for you to use it if you're 18 years old, okay? And we'll be talking about this more and more because we do have a lot of young men, a lot of young listeners that want to make the most in this life. So if you have a question, we'll definitely get to it. So next is just talking about kind of the spirit. So this person asks, is yoga for girls? So I'll let this quote by Joe Rogan answer this question. And Joe Rogan said that yoga is a martial art for yourself. And sorry if I'm not. I think he quoted someone else. I don't know who that person is. If you know, you could leave a comment or send me an email and I'll give them the respect that they deserve. But it's a martial art for yourself. And I like to give you a new perspective. And I'm not a yogi by any means. Currently, I'm not doing it at all, but there's been, for years, I had a small 5-10 minute routine to do every morning. So the perspective that I took, especially when I was doing yoga, was to view it less as like this yoga, it's this thing that, 30-year-old moms go after pregnancies or whatnot, whatever you think it is. So you have your body. When your body is loose, if you've ever gotten a massage, how do you feel after a massage? After a massage, you feel relaxed. The stress in your body has been released. Your body, your thoughts, your breath are connected. That's something a lot of people don't realize. When you have a confident body language, a confident position in your body, your thoughts become more confident. When you are relaxed, relieved, loose in your body, your mind is loose. Your mind becomes like water. You're able to adapt and think and understand. You're able to not be emotional. You're allowing yourself, when you stretch, when you get your body loose, whether that's yoga, stretching, a spa, a massage, a sauna, whatever that is for you, when you make it loose, you become loose in your mind. You become able to adapt to the situation at hand. Your thoughts become upgraded. You relieve your stress and you feel confident. So, is yoga for girls? I'll let you decide that. Next question is, how do you practice the long game? Which is, I think, a very good question, because most of the information that you will find out there is the short game. Is that quick fix? The 12 tips to learn and develop, the hack. Did you hear this new hack? And between you and me, I love all of that shit. I love the hacks. I love the tips. But the most important part, the thing that I love the most, is the long game. That's why we're called guerrilla strategies, because strategies is the long game. A strategy is, by definition, a long game. Or we would just call it a guerrilla plan, which is a short-term plan. A guerrilla strategy, right? So the strategy is the long game. So how do you get a practice the long game? One way that I always tell my clients is to read gigantic books. When you read a gigantic book, for 10 minutes every day, like 10, 15 minutes before you go to sleep, let's say you're reading a biography, and it's a gigantic book, 500, 700 pages, like Atlas Shrugged, like one of the biggest books ever written. That book will take you a month if you're reading 10, 20 minutes a day. You will go through times when you're like, man, will I ever finish this book? And that's how you practice the long game. You do long activities. You have a 1-year workout plan, and you go little by little. Currently, I'm listening to a 20-hour audiobook. It literally feels like I won't finish it right now. And I'm noticing that. And when I do finish it, because I will finish it, because I committed to finishing it, and my word is iron, that is a great reference experience for my mind. That is a great thing for me to always remember, that no matter what chapter I'm in, whatever page in this book of life that you're in, it too shall pass. So a great way to finish, a great way to practice the long game is to run a long race, listen to a long book, read a long book, have big plans, and then take action on them daily. This is a great way, because it does something to your mind when you finish a long book. It literally does immediately. And I'll leave you with this one quote. So you could kind of say that the long game requires endurance. And to be successful in business and in life, you must be able to endure the pains, the failures, the setbacks, and mistakes that you inevitably will make. And how do you endure? I'll leave you with this quote for episode 5 of Guerrilla Strategies. You endure by enduring. You endure by enduring. How do you endure? By just enduring. And that's a simple but profound quote that I have tattooed in my subconscious, and I suggest that you do the same. So this is episode 5. If you have a question, go to declarewarwithin.com/contact us. You'll see the link in the episode show notes that if you have a question that you want to have answered on this podcast, just send an email and we'll have it discussed. All right. My name is Daniel from DeclareWarWithin.com, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.